Hello and welcome to another episode of the Girlfriends Show right here on Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja. Well, have you subscribed to the YouTube channel? I really don't know. We don't know what you're waiting for. It would actually cost you nothing to just, click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever we publish a video. All right. So the Girlfriends Show or the Girlfriends Podcast, yes, the Girlfriends Podcast actually comes your way every week, right? And of course, the Girlfriends Show you can monitor live on radio at Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja. Well, my name is Omo Hefe. You can always call me Hefe. And
My name is Cassandra.
today on the show, we have something very interesting to talk about. Well, we personally noticed that in the entertainment industry, right, there seems to be a surge in the number of women who have somewhat gone through surgeries. And when we say surgeries, now we're not talking about you going to remove something from your tummy or maybe adjusting your eyes or your nose, probably because you can't breathe well.
Mhm.
The surgeries we're looking at here, they are mostly, for the
Bo-
boobs
Body reconstruction.
and the butt.
Mm.
And we're just wondering the rationale behind this trend. Take a look at the Nollywood industry, for example. If you look at the new cats that we have in the industry, how many of them have natural bodies banging? How many? Take it upon yourself to do the observation and to leave a comment afterwards. You also look at the lives of our influencers. It's almost the same. I do not think that's the case in the music industry. Maybe we'll have some music artists, female music artists who've actually undergone, all these enhancements, surgeries, but it's not as common as the Nollywood industry. And what is very, very, obtainable when you look at our social media influencers. We know these people they've got the money because the procedures are not really cheap. It's your money and you can use it however way you want to. But what exactly is going on? Is anyone pressuring us? And why don't we have men also going through, these procedures just to like maybe prove a point? I want to believe that the women are doing this to please the men. Could that really be the case? Are the men the ones pressuring us to go through all of these painful, procedures? To what end exactly? Well, never say never, right?
Hmm.
I am actually a slim person. You never can tell. Maybe in years to come, you might, God help me, but I just pray and hope I don't do that. So, Cassie,
Hmm.
Cassie's an endowed lady, if you know what I meant. Yes, I said what I said. She's endowed, so she probably does not have a problem, when it comes to all of these procedures. But what is my fate, Cassie? And the fate of slim girls out there?
I don't
Who is
understand.
pressuring us, please?
No, I don't even think it's about being slim or whether you are endowed or not, because we've seen people who are naturally endowed
Mm.
still go under the knife. Now, I would first of all start by let's understand the motives behind the rave or the craze for plastic bodies.
Mm.
I think first I would talk about self conviction. I'm sorry, but I'm very big on if you don't like it, fix it.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
yes, I'm very big on it.
Okay.
The truth is, self love. I've made a couple of videos in the past where I've talked about self love. Now, self love means loving yourself, being in love with yourself,
Mm.
accepting yourself. But that does not mean that you have to settle with certain things that make you uncomfortable about you.
Mm.
I'm a short lady, right? And if I know that I have to add some inches to my height, I know what to do. And as much as you would say, oh, she's endowed and all of that, I still have my struggles because I have to deal with the belly fat and you have to deal with thicker thighs, the stretch marks, and all of that. So all of these things do not come on a platter.
Mm.
They come with their own disadvantages.
Mm.
And for me to like myself better, maybe I'm now looking for what to do that would make my body more toned.
Mm.
Maybe I would use the body shapers. I would use anything that would make my body tone. Maybe I do not believe in going under the knife
Mm.
because I feel I don't have a need for it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there are people out there who think that they can fix it if they can afford the process.
Mm.
Now, the thing there is, these people are in limelight. There is something called body image and the perception that we have as a society because we expect so much from these people and they are constantly in our faces.
Mm.
I'm going to give a recent example. Yes, I know that people were dragging this lady based on the fact that she portrayed herself as being
Perfect.
100% curvy, using
Mm.
products, or even serving as ambassador
Mm.
for slimming products
Yeah,
companies. Yes. So when people saw her struggling with the belly fat and everything, they felt like, how is this same person now? She's curvy. She's naturally endowed, but she has the struggles with her belly. And I think this is when you have to understand why some of these other people now go through the knife just because they want to take that fat out
mm.
so that they can have a more defined figure. And this is, I think, this is the procedure that some people call the lipo 360, where you do, it's like having a 360 reconstruction of your body.
All round.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You do the back, you do the front, you do the thighs, everything is more toned together because they want to be comfortable with themselves. Now, another motive could be peer pressure. Some people do not even understand why. It's not as if they are uncomfortable with their bodies, but because they see other people do it.
Mm.
Now, in the past, we used to hear of these things only in the Western world. We only saw these women in magazines, but now I think, especially for those who live in Lagos, you can hardly walk 2 miles without seeing, or let me say 2 kilometers, without seeing someone with a BBL.
That's right.
That's because we've normalized this so much and because of the content that we have consumed over time,
Who made it so, please?
because we had more of our people get into that space. We have a very a good number, or we have a very good number of doctors, surgeons, plastic surgeons, even here in Abuja, that are very good. We have a very prominent one that is very good. Now, let me give you an instance for a woman like Hilda Bassi. Now, Hilda was very big, like she was big. If you know her mom, you already
Mm.
know, have a picture. But she wanted to do away with all of that. And she decided to go under the knife and she didn't have the process.
Oh, she went under the
She
knife.
did go under the knife. You do not know.
I'm not
She went
aware.
she went under the knife, of course. She went under the knife, of course. But she's always been a curvaceous woman. But she went under the knife. There's never hidden that. Her doctor is an Abuja now. She went under the knife to have that body. So but at the end of the day, it's about choice and the motive behind it. And as much as I do not have problems with people going under the knife, do it only when there is a need.
Mm.
There are some people that honestly, when you look at them, their shape is funny. Their shape is funny. That's just the truth.
Mm.
So if you know that you are that kind of person and you know you can fix it, please fix it. But in the process of fixing it, can you go with a doctor that is efficient? Please. I think the more I get to grow in life, I get to understand that there are things I'm not going to judge people for. Will I go under the knife? Personally, I wouldn't. Would I want someone close to me to go under the knife? Is there a need for that? Because I feel like we already have this particular outlook. It's like a genetic kind of thing. We took it from our mom and we don't have a need for that.
Mm.
But if there are certain things you need to do, why not? Now, there are women who have beards.
Right.
Yes. So for them to love themselves, they have to do away with that so that they can feel comfortable in their femininity.
Mm.
So they have to shave constantly. So will you also tell them not to shave?
So that's a different.
No,
That's a different ball game.
it's not
I think
different
it's a different
entirely.
ball game.
It's not different. I'm trying to link it in some type of way. And you
Okay.
were asking if men also do these things. There are men who do it. This guy, what's his name? This guy of the P Square, former P Square group.
Yeah.
His head, we all saw how his head was going back, was receding. But he decided to go to Turkey and he didn't have the process. He fixed his teeth.
I
He
still
fixed his
insist.
head.
I still insist that those scenarios are quite different from
How are
what is
they different?
obtainable
You
without
guys,
gender.
help me.
Because I mean, how many men have you heard? Oh, this man actually went to enlarge his penis,
No, but if somebody is
or he
fixing
went
their
to enlarge.
butts,
Come
if
on.
somebody is fixing their shape, right?
Mm.
If somebody is fixing their shape, the body, and if someone is doing their hair,
Mm.
having a hair transplant, because they do not like the way their head is bar, then I think it's the same thing. You're
No,
fixing
I,
your
I,
teeth.
I still I still beg to differ.
You're
That it's
altering
not
your body.
it's not the same.
So the
The,
God
the,
that made you had to have bald head did not know what he was doing.
no, lifestyle choices could actually, lead to that.
Exactly. You
No,
are
but
still
not
led
on
me to that
women.
point.
So our gender,
Mm.
Cassie, like you said, you
Mm-hmm.
got this from your mama, right? Now there are some of us who are naturally slim, right?
Mm. But
Uh,
you are going to add on.
okay, I look forward to that.
By the time you
And
childbirth and so
when I
many
eventually
things,
do, I'll still come on this podcast,
you will.
and that they were going to record,
You
standing,
will.
so
So
they
that
all
they
can
get to
see.
see everything. We
Mm-hmm.
are waiting for that
So
day.
until then, I feel that ladies are under some sort of pressure from, the
True. You are
society,
right. Some ladies actually.
specifically from the men. I don't know. Back in the day, our mothers did not really have to go through. Oh,
But are you sure
the
that
late
men do
first
not
lady,
prefer natural women? Are you sure? Men are not the one I don't want to agree with that. I don't
really.
think men are the one pressurizing women to go under the knife. No. Women are
I
doing
know
that
that.
because they want to look some type of way. Maybe they have this made up in their heads that we are doing it for the men. Yes, a man would like a curvaceous woman,
Hmm.
but let's understand this. I think if you are in a space with any man, ask them if they would prefer a BBL body or they would prefer a natural body. No,
Men,
it looks
men,
aesthetically pleasing. They have a
yes.
focus. The women who do these things have a focus. Like I said, we have something like body image and perception, right? First, they want to be perceived as perfect. They are in the magazines, they are in the movies, they want us to see them as nothing is wrong. They have to come correct every time.
Hmm.
And the truth is, sometimes when people see these celebrities, they expect them to look some type of way. And that is why they have to keep up with that mindset. Okay.
Sorry to bother you. I
Mm.
know once upon a time we had a first lady who actually, went under
Allegedly, oh.
allegedly.
Allegedly, oh. Please, it's still being disputed. So
Okay, but
she was
that
very particular about her body and stuff.
uh-huh.
And
So,
then this time
but
around,
but
allegedly, she
at
didn't
the
come make it
time,
out.
allegedly or not, at the time, it wasn't really about the backside.
It was still about making sure that she was not
It was
aging.
majorly about the face.
Except it's still
No,
enhancements. It
it's
doesn't matter
enhancement,
what.
but that it is not really as common as getting the backside enlarged, getting the boobs enlarged, and
People
all of
are
that.
enhancing. If you notice, one of these actresses, her nose, I don't even understand the way the thing is going these days. Like the whole thing is like this. This bridge here. Like she's up, they've done this chuku 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 till like the whole thing is, I don't even
But do
understand.
you think this is a wave from the pit of hell, or it's just us copying the Western world?
Like if you heard me earlier, I gave a lot of motives. The fact that the content that we've consumed over the years, like I
Mm,
said before, we used to see these things in magazines from the Western world. We used
mm.
to watch them in movies, and even when they were doing these bodies, it wasn't that obvious. One of the people who made these procedures very popular as at that time was Nicki Minaj, and then we had the Kim Kardashian. But
Hmm.
even at that time, some people did not really know that this was not her natural body. Some people felt that this were their natural
But
bodies.
did Kim actually go under the knife?
Are you asking?
On the show, she
Kim
actually
went under the
dismissed.
Kim went under the knife, and at some point, if you notice that thing started slap. You could check Kim's
Okay,
pictures.
so it's actually
Check
a
her
lot.
pictures from
It's a
old.
lot.
There
I
are a lot of
think.
people that have gone under the knife, but they don't make it obvious. Yes, even here in Nigeria, regular people that are not celebrities. One lady that went under the knife recently, and then she came out and started selling an ebook for BBL when she's not a surgeon, she's not a doctor, she's not certified, but because she wanted to document her experience as an influencer going under the knife, she decided to write a book on BBL.
Well, we're actually working with time. Unfortunately, I really would have loved for this conversation, to stretch a little further. But I think that beyond us copying, what is obtainable in the Western world, I'm beginning to think that this is a wave from the pit of hell. Honestly, because I mean, when I put on the TV and then most of the new cats I'm seeing in the Nollywood industry, they are all having this artificial
Do
butt.
you know that they cast based on appearance?
No, Kanayo said
Do
something
you know they cast
recently,
based
and I
exactly? They
think
have
it
to
makes a
keep
lot
up.
of
They have to
sense,
make the
honestly.
money.
But
They have
why?
to keep
How
the
did we
bag.
even get
So it's
here?
not really about just the women, right? But I do not want to agree that it's the men pressurizing them. Everybody takes a decision because they are convinced to take that decision.
How many men will want to see, a home video where the actresses they're not looking all,
No, there are
cute
actresses
and
that have never gone under the knife and they look just fine. We can point to them. We have the likes of Stephanie Okereke, now Stephanie Linus. We have Genevieve Naji of this world. We have the Omoni Obolis of this world. We have Bimbo Akintola. We have a lot of them that have not gone under the knife,
I
and they look
understand.
fantastic.
Hmm.
You know Rita Dominic, did she go under the knife?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, amongst Nigerian men, I think that they will be
Nigerian men
more.
in the comments, would you prefer a BBL body or a natural body?
I think they are more attracted to the new generation, crop of actresses that we have with, bigger bums and, boobs, as opposed to these veterans that you've
all of
mentioned.
these
They
people
find them
all of
boring.
these people have a target audience. They have a group of people that align with what they want. Now there are some people that see what they want and they could go for it, not like they want anything substantive with these people, right? If you know what I mean.
Hmm.
The senators of this world, the governors of this world, of course, a senator is already assumed that he has a wife now, but of course he wants someone that is aesthetically pleasing. So they have a focus, they have what they want.
So that's what our senators do.
It, I did not say our
You
senators, I
say the
said
senators of
senators.
this world.
Yes, senators of this world. It could be
Yeah,
senators of any country.
ah,
It could be, but
are there senators in other countries?
yeah, there are senators. There are senators in the US now. Congressmen and women.
Okay, but they're not addressed as senators.
They are addressed as senators.
That's there's something you're saying, and I want to say with your full chest.
Okay, what is that?
Whatever you will say it when the time is
No,
right.
I'm basically saying that everyone has a target.
Yep.
Some people want you to see them as flawless. And
Mm,
really, when something is captured, it's in a way that you are trying to turn it in your own desires.
mm.
God has blessed these surgeons and given them that medical knowledge to put people under the knife and do what it is, and they will still look very nice. And but unfortunately, some people go under the knife and do not make it.
Mm.
So what I'm trying to say is, if you want to do some of these procedures, make sure you're doing it the right way. But when it comes to morality, is this okay? I do not think that you can justify this when it comes to morality. When it comes to you being about loving yourself and doing what works for you, that could be on 100%. And for me, I would say if you do not like anything about yourself, fix it.
Well, I don't want to be controversial with my submission, but a portion of the Bible
Go
says that
ahead.
love thy neighbor just as you love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it still speaks to self love. So somehow
Self
I
love
think
doesn't mean accepting that fupa. Oh. If you don't want your big belly and you can afford to go and fix it, go and fix it. If you don't like your broken tooth and you want to go and fix it, go and fix it. Because we have Peter Okoye also fixed his hair. He went for a transplant. The other fair guy that was banned, then he also went to do wig. I suppose they have to fix wig.
okay, we even forgot to mention Zeke Saloma, the
Except that did his
skater.
nose.
And
And so many other people.
that was understandable now. You
How?
want to do his
Why are
nose,
you
you want to fix
understanding for the
his
nose and you
lips.
don't want to
No,
understand for
now,
the bum bum?
True.
You guys, tell us
Why are we
if
always
we
going to fix
if
our
we keep
bums and
up
our boobs?
here, we
Why?
are not going to be done
No, why?
anytime soon.
That's my argument. Ladies, to the ladies that are watching, what exactly is going on? Is there something that I'm not aware
It's
of?
not just the ladies that are enhancing themselves, so the
I
men are doing it
know.
back to
We are
back.
just too
It,
particular about our bums and our boobs. Are these the
no, they're
standards for
enhancing
beauty?
other things too. Maybe the focus is just being on the
I'm very
boob
much
and the
see.
bum.
I'm just too
They're
concerned about
enhancing
the
their
bums and the.
faces, they're enhancing their teeth, they're enhancing their eyes, they're doing a lot of things to
I think that's
themselves.
okay. Enhancing your face, your
What?
eyes, your
It's
nose,
still
but
enhancement. You
not
are still
your
altering
bum
features on your
and
body.
your boobs. How many men have you heard that this man actually went to enhance
Because men don't
his?
need bum now. Why do they need bum bum? They don't need bum bum. Oh.
Cassie, let me just add this. All right, let me just add this. I just hope that this is not going to be against YouTube rules. All right, you finally hear men say, "Look at this one with a small bum, with a small." So you don't get big bum. You understand? And you also
No,
hear
it's
us.
preference.
You also hear ladies too say, "Look at this one with a small this thing." But
Personally,
how many men have you seen?
personally, I do not like men with small bum. So you
Okay,
guys, that's
we'll
story
leave
for
it here. We'll
another day.
leave it here. We'll leave it
Please,
here.
let's go. Anyway,
All
you
right,
guys.
guys. We'll just leave you to, ponder over this conversation and leave a comment. We'll be very glad to hear from you what your thoughts are. The ladies, come
Absolutely.
out clean. Come out bold. Tell us who is pressuring who.
My
And the
girlies.
men, how many of you, would be so pressured to the extent of going to enlarge your butt simply because some lady actually, body shamed you after seeing your nakedness?
All right.
Tell us in the
Touch.
comments. Bye.
Bye.